ship in the world. In addition to its 9 16-inch guns, New Jersey is outfitted with Tomahawk cruise missiles, Harpoon surface-to-surface missiles, 4 Vulcan Phalanx close-in weapons systems, and 6 twin 5-inch 38 caliber gun mounts. Most impressive of her assets, however, is her people, a motivated and dedicated crew of over 1,500 men enthusiastic about serving on a battleship. Nonetheless, it's no secret to the Navy that even the strongest of men will find long periods at sea difficult to endure. For nearly a third of 1983, New Jersey was here, off the coast of Beirut, Lebanon, in support of the multinational peacekeeping force. While other Navy ships rotated in and out of the area, New Jersey remained on station as a reminder of the U.S. Navy's powerful presence. What had begun as a 3-month shakedown cruise for the newly recommissioned Battleship turned into a major deployment spanning the better part of a year, with the New Jersey men spending over 100 days at sea between port visits. Aware of the hardship placed on the crew, Navy officials came up with a plan to send naval reservists and sailors from the pre-commissioning unit of sister ship Iowa to New Jersey to relieve over 200 men during the Christmas and New Year's holiday season. Nearly 60 of the men taking leave traveled home to see their newborn babies for the first time. Commander Naval Reserve Force put out the call for volunteers to go on active duty aboard the ship during 2 4-week periods, the first over Christmas and the second beginning after New Year's. 135 reservists were selected to go on a first-come, first-served basis. The 87 men in the first augmentation unit arrived December 13th, finding the open arms of a friendly crew. Among the reservists were independent businessmen, truck drivers, mechanics, telephone repairmen, a fireman, a private investigator, and even an ordained minister. Religious program specialist, First Class Jim True, resigned from his church in Des Moines, Iowa, to come to the New Jersey, where he helped manage the ship's library.
My full-time job is organizing and the library, and running the library, which that's part of my rate. I've learned a lot. I really have, because this is what we've been training for a long time. All reserves, that's basically what we train for, to be called up and to help when we're needed. And so I really feel it's enhanced my career in my particular field.
True and 25 others volunteered to serve on the battleship during both augmentation periods, spending a total of 55 days away from home. Yeoman Third Class Larry Harwell was another. He owns a window cleaning business in New Knoxville, Ohio.
About 3 days before I was asked to volunteer for this, I had just taken on a new business partner who was completely familiar with the type of business that we do. So he just stepped right in, took over, and we didn't miss a day's work, so it really worked out. Great timing. Well, I was assigned when I came on to public affairs, where I filled in extra with standing some watches, extra watches to take some of the load off the guys. I got in and I redid the filing system, and when Petty Officer Leftovitz left, he was the editor of the paper. I've since taken over his job as editor of the New Jersey. Well, it's been a real challenge for me. I have had no experience whatsoever with newspaper work, so it's been a real growing thing for me. It's a very good ship, and I really enjoy being here with the crew and on the ship. She's a very proud lady, and I'm very proud to serve on her.
Editing a paper is only one of the unique jobs reservists found themselves in after reporting to the ship. For instance, Gunner's Mate Third Class William Hall of Moundsville, West Virginia, was assigned to one of the 16-inch gun turrets.
This ship is the cleanest ship, and the people on board are easy to get along with. I mean, you meet a lot of different people when you come on active duty that you never met before. I've met people on here that I met when I was on active duty before that are on the same ship, people I went to schools with, and it's different than any other ship I've ever been on. As far as being a gunner's mate, this here is gunner's mate's heaven.
The reservists got along extremely well with the New Jersey crewmen on and off duty, according to Operations Specialist First Class James Pigman.
I'm impressed on the way that I was incorporated into the group. there is no determination whether we're reserve or not. I guess the sort of the one Navy concept seems to work well on the battleship. They feel that I can handle any job of my rate, and they've actually done that to me, incorporated me into the watch as an OS-1.
Seaman Ellen Edwards, a construction worker from Des Moines, Iowa, also found the men easy to work with. One of his jobs aboard ship was that of phone talker in a fire control plot room.
I've stood Sky 2, Sky 4 watches, and I'm down here in plot now learning the radar and the elevation techniques. The track radar worked the pointer station up there, which tracks on the targets as they come in, gives the bearing and the range for them targets. It's a good experience. I think everybody that gets a chance to come out should come out and see it.
The reservists were assigned to virtually every department aboard New Jersey, from the signal bridge to the fire rooms, where Chief Boiler Technician Marvin Landrum of New Braunfels, Texas, found the battleship's layout easy to work with.
The best part is this Broadway here, especially if you're getting anything heavy in and out of the boiler. You get in hot water, make steam, get somebody warm, or give them a hot shower, whatever. Got a lot of iron to push around here, too.
Wayne Harper normally earns his money as a private detective in Knoxville, Tennessee. But aboard ship, he put his Navy training to work as a master-at-arms assigned to the ship's security force.
Well, I'm one of the duty master-at-arms, which consists of, in the Navy, as a police officer. We patrol the ship. When I was in Vietnam, I saw what the rounds did when they landed, and this time I got to be on the other end of the gun and saw them shoot.
The reservists came from as far as Anchorage, Alaska to Fort Walton, Florida to serve on the battleship. They came from various types of reserve units, including a half-dozen men from the recently commissioned USS New Jersey Reserve Unit at Trenton, New Jersey. Executive officer of that unit, Commander John Baker, was the only reserve officer sent to the ship, keeping especially busy with documenting his visit.
My mission is threefold. One is to be the officer in charge of the 48 men, actually about 58 men, reserve contingent on board right now. We have some 55-day reservists who are staying with the ship, overlapping the first and second crews. Secondly is, of course, to get to the training, which I am required to do for my position on board this ship, and as such I am standing watches in the CEC and on the bridge. And thirdly is to provide a public affairs representation for the commander of the 4th Naval District and the Readiness Command of the 4th Naval District, which is a reserve command located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'm doing all three of those, which keeps me running. Well, the Naval Reserve Commander for the Readiness Command of District 4 had requested that since this is such an unusual opportunity, and since our unit is officially assigned to the USS New Jersey, that I document the training that is going on here and do it two ways. One is by videotaping what I can of the reservists at work, and also videotaping training tapes that the New Jersey has on board of its own training, which are, of course, invaluable to a unit that's sitting back in a building on dry land in the state of New Jersey.
According to the reservists and their active duty counterparts, the part-time crewmen seem to fit right in, benefiting everyone concerned.
They're the best. They want to learn everything, so it makes it even easier to teach them that much more.
The general consensus of most personnel throughout the ship is that the reservists did a wonderful job.
I've been very pleased with the performance of the reserve contingent on board the battleship. They've certainly stepped in and provided us with the support necessary to continue on in our efforts out here on station. Well, I go home and remind my children what I look like and what life is like with Daddy.
As it turned out, many of the reservists wanted to stay longer and even requested to return to active duty. Would the New Jersey have taken them? Commanding Officer Captain Richard Milligan.
A number did put in a request to do that, and we did in fact pursue that. But I understand the problem back in Washington, where there were thousands of applicants for this. They have set up for another crew to come out, and we have now sent a total of 207 people home to be with their families, and it's worked extremely well. First of all, you have to realize that everybody on the ship does not benefit at least in the time being, from the R&R program, because we can only let so many go. But I believe everybody on the ship supports the R&R program because in many ways we're just a very, very large family and in this thing together, and to see some of our people have the opportunity to go home has been pleasing even for those who haven't had the opportunity. And that's when it was decided that we would augment the ship with Iowa people in an attempt to let them get some on-hands training with the battleship while they're over here. And also they put the call out to the reserve community for volunteers, and of course the response to that was overwhelming to the point that we probably could have manned 2 battleships with a full crew with the number of people who volunteered.
Overall, once again, the Naval Reserve has proven to be a force that can be depended on, a force of trained and reliable men, proud to be Americans, ready to travel wherever or whenever they're asked. Reporting from the USS New Jersey, I'm Navy journalist Lance Johnson.